Opening scene, snowfall and silence. The world outside was white. Snow danced in the glow of the streetlights, whispering against the quiet road that stretched into nowhere. A sleek black car sat motionless at the side hood open, steam rising into the night. Inside, Claire Donovan, CEO of a luxury design company, sat behind the wheel, fur coat wrapped tight around her shoulders. Her phone had no signal. Her driver had dropped her off an hour ago, promising to return after a quick errand he never did. And now, Christmas Eve, she was alone on a frozen countryside road. Claire muttered under her breath, of all nights, this had to happen tonight. That's when she heard it, the low rumble of an old pickup truck approaching, headlights cutting through the snow. Scene 2, the arrival. The truck slowed, stopped beside her. Out stepped a tall man in a worn denim jacket, grease-stained gloves, and a face that carried both warmth and fatigue. Behind him, through the truck's window, a small face peeked out, a little girl, maybe 7 or 8, bundled in a red coat, watching curiously. The man tapped on Claire's window. "Need a hand, ma'am?" She hesitated, corporate instincts kicking in, but something in his voice sounded safe. She lowered the window. "My car died. And apparently so did my luck." He smiled slightly, kneeling to check under the hood. "Well, luck's just a matter of timing. I'm Evan Holt. Mechanic, part-time Santa if you ask my kid back there." Claire's lips curved, the first smile in hours. "And you are, working on Christmas Eve?" He chuckled softly. "Single dad life, ma'am. Bills don't take holidays." Scene 3, the little helper. Evan's daughter hopped out of the truck, dragging a thermos half her size. "Daddy, I brought the cocoa," she said proudly. "Good job, sweetheart," Evan said, taking it. "This here is Claire. She's got a fancy car that forgot how to behave." The little girl grinned, offering the thermos. "You can share. Daddy makes the best hot chocolate in town." Claire took a sip. It was sweet, warm, and somehow exactly what she needed. She smiled genuinely now. "You're right. This might be better than any latte I've ever had." The girl giggled. "See, Daddy told you." Scene 4, the breakdown. Evan spent nearly 20 minutes under the hood, hands red from cold, breath fogging. Claire stood beside him, offering light from her phone. He asked her to try starting the car again. "Nothing. Alternator's dead," he said finally. "You're not going anywhere tonight unless Santa himself shows up with a spare." Claire sighed, rubbing her temples. "That's just perfect." Evan scratched the back of his neck. "My place isn't far. Garage out back, heat inside. You and the kid, I mean, you can stay until morning. Roads will clear by then." She hesitated. But as the wind picked up, she looked at the child who waved from the truck, fogging the glass with her breath to draw hearts, and nodded. "All right, Mr. Holt, lead the way." Scene 5, the mechanic's home. His home was small but warm. A fire glowed in the old fireplace, the scent of pine filling the air. Toys were scattered, a few handmade ornaments hung on the little Christmas tree. Claire stood awkwardly by the doorway, feeling out of place in her designer boots. "You can sit," Evan said with a grin. "Place isn't much, but it's home." His daughter ran to her room and returned with a blanket. "You look cold," she said, wrapping it around Claire. Claire's voice softened. "Thank you, sweetheart." They shared dinner, simple soup and bread, but the warmth of it felt richer than any five-star meal. Claire found herself laughing for the first time in weeks, listening to Evan talk about his little garage, his late wife, and the dreams he once had of opening his own shop. "I used to think Christmas was just noise," he said quietly, eyes on the fire. "But after she passed, it became about one thing, making sure this one here still believes in magic." His daughter nodded proudly. "Daddy says Christmas is when hearts get fixed." Claire smiled faintly. "Then maybe mine's next in line." Scene 6, a midnight conversation. Later that night, while his daughter slept on the couch, Claire helped Evan clean up the dishes. "You know," she said softly, "most people wouldn't stop for a stranger at night." He shrugged. "Most people wouldn't drive through this road alone. Guess we're both a little crazy." They both laughed. Then the silence lingered, the kind that wasn't awkward but full. Claire looked around the modest kitchen, the drawings, the mismatched mugs, the photo of Evan holding his baby girl. "You built all this," she said. "From nothing." He nodded. "Bit by bit. Same way engines run, small parts working together." Her eyes softened. "You make it sound easy." "It's not," he replied, meeting her gaze. "But it's worth it." Scene 7, morning light. By dawn, the storm had stopped. Claire's car was towed to Evan's shop next door. He fixed it himself, refusing payment. "Consider it a Christmas discount," he said. But Claire wouldn't hear it. "At least let me pay for the parts." He smiled. "Tell you what. You bring that fancy coffee next time you pass through, and we'll call it even." She laughed. "Deal." Before leaving, Claire knelt beside the little girl. "Thank you for saving me last night. You have a very good heart." The girl hugged her. "You should come back for Christmas dinner next year. Daddy makes roast chicken." Evan chuckled. "That's not an official invite." Claire cut in, smiling. "It is now." Scene 8, 1 year later. Snow fell again. Same road. Same night. But this time, a sleek car didn't break down its load in front of Evan's garage. He looked up from under a hood as headlights stopped. Claire stepped out, this time in a red coat, carrying a basket. "Need a hand, ma'am?" he teased. She smiled. "Actually, I came to return one." The little girl ran out shouting. She came back. Evan froze for a moment, then smiled wide, eyes glinting with something he hadn't let himself feel in a long time. They shared dinner again that night, laughter, light, warmth. Somewhere between cocoa and conversation, their hands brushed. And this time, neither pulled away. Final scene, narration voiceover, soft emotional tone. Sometimes, the best gifts aren't wrapped in ribbons or paper. Sometimes, they show up on a lonely road, offering a hand when you least expect it. That Christmas, 3 hearts found what they lost, not just warmth, but home.